see. What is going on, guys? All right. It has been a good summer in Central Oregon, and it is time to roll. And enjoyed my stay at the ranch, enjoyed my time here, but it's time to get rolling and get on down the road. First stop I got to do is Les Schwab. I want to have them rotate the tires a little bit here and see if we can have a little bit of odd wear happening on the coach, and see if we can't even that out a little bit by swapping those front tires. But then it's out to Eastern Oregon, and it's time to get this trip going. Ultimate destination is Florida. At least I think it's Florida. I'm 90% sure it's Florida. There's 10% of me that wants to turn and head back to the Southwest. But that is the nature of traveling, I guess. Anyway, all right, I'll try to turn the camera on as we get rolling on down the road and share some of the views as we get going here. Well, I managed to make it into Les Schwab and Walmart, and it's time to go. We're rolling. It is busy. Back of that endeavor, Diamond Lake, Oregon. I know where that's at.
Another info. Wonder if they went. Hey, look.
A little further south than where I'm at by Crater Lake. Beautiful lake. I like that one. All right, time to roll. I think I am out of here. Goodbye, Bend. Goodbye, Walmart. Till next time. See ya. Dirty. There, this is a little better. All right, first stop, Bonnie's Ranch. Stay here for a couple days, but we're gonna get out of here. I'll take you with us. She said bring a camera, so I'm bringing a camera. And that is all you get to see of that just yet. We'll show that a little bit. We'll talk about that, and then we'll show it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. I'm Dave.
I'm Bonnie.
And this is Bonnie. Good. You did good. You did good. Oh, I am on the road finally.
Not really.
Not really?
You're parked.
I stopped.
Yeah, you stopped. You were on the road and then you stopped.
I did. It is. I've been a great few days, been staying here with you and watching you work on the ranch.
Kind of been chillaxing a little bit.
I have been. Yeah, you have been?
Yeah.
Right.
Just doing the mandatory feeding and watering and daily care of.
Well, that's a full-time job, just about.
Yeah.
No. Let's say hi to everybody really quick, and then we'll go on. We'll because we got a little bit to talk about here tonight, but real quick, looks like. Did Cowboy Biker Adventures, did Don get first? Right there from the Colorado River in Texas. There you go.
He's moving.
Yeah, you're moving, Don. That's good. X Fired Up, Cracker Box Palace. Glad to have you here. That's Mr. Bill right there. Sassy Pants for you. There's Miss Jen. I think she's on the road. Yeah. She's up in the Cascades somewhere, I think. So she probably won't be able to comment, but she might be listening.
Yeah.
So hi, Jen. Glad to have you here. Bead Trapper is in the house. Glad to have you here. Next exit, there's Mr. Bob right there. just saw another power station video from
Yeah.
Bob, and he's got a great big one now. And for you, have you seen the tent camper that they've got on top?
I don't think so.
Oh, they've got a new Jeep, and he's got a tent camper. Oh, he's doing and had to add some heat. Had to add
Makes sense.
Yeah, for going out and do it. Really love that setup, Bob. Good job on that. We're on the power station now.
Yeah.
And I won't say who gave it to me, Bob, because I was asked by Bob not to say who gave that to me. But I'll tell you what, I never knew that I needed a power station until I got a power station.
I don't know what we do without it.
I've been using the heck out of this thing. And it is actually, that is what's powering the laptop and the mic and kind of bringing it here. I use it almost. Yeah, I've got a bug zapper running. That's kind of become my new favorite thing. I'm going to steal that bug zapper.
I know you are. Yeah.
I really like that.
It's a handy deal.
Yeah, no, I like it. So, and it's running the bug zapper right now. I like it. Although it's not, we got flies. So if you see a fly go by, say hi. They're.
You are on a ranch.
This is a ranch. Absolutely. Next exit. I think we said there's Bob, and I saw Miss Pearl in here somewhere. Glad to have you here. Okay, let's roll on down here. See if I can get down to the bottom. You guys have been talking. Dale and Sherry, hi guys. Hi, and they said hi, Bonnie.
Oh.
Yeah, hi guys. How you doing? WCRV Adventures. We have to talk about the fantasy football this year.
Oh yes, there's that.
And we have some space. So we're going to try to talk Miss Bonnie into playing fantasy football this year, if we can do it.
I bet I probably can do that, but
you could do it. You could absolutely
I'm
do it.
I'm gonna pay close attention to Gary though.
Yeah, you got to watch Gary. Yeah, you have got to watch Gary. He is oof. He's. I don't see him in here, so we can talk all we want about him right now. Oh my gosh, it has been a great couple of days hanging out here with you. We went and saw a movie last night.
Yes, in the historic Burns Theater.
Burns. Probably the oldest theater I think I've been. I think I read somewhere it started like 1948.
It's been around a spell.
It's been around for a little while, and you actually know who runs it down there.
Yeah, he's a good friend. He it's his retirement. He bought it for his retirement project. He handles the equipment tires at Les Schwab Tires.
Oh.
And has been part of the community forever, Mr. Tiny Peterson.
Okay.
And Tiny's funny because he's not tiny. And anyway, him and his wife bought that as a retirement program.
Okay.
And so, on the weekends or on in the evenings when the movie is showing, he'll be right there taking tickets.
And he was. He absolutely was. I'll tell you what, that is really cool. I haven't been into a single screen theater. Mm-hmm. I can't even remember the last time.
At one time, they boasted the largest screen in a movie theater in Oregon. And of course, like we were talking about, the multiplexes, all that didn't get going until after 2000.
Yeah.
So,
I remember growing up with the single screen theaters that you went to, and
I'm pretty sure those seats we sat in were the original seats too.
They probably were, because they were
not that comfortable.
They were uncomfortable.
Yeah, we walked right by all the new, very comfortable looking seats along the edges to sit directly in the center, which was a great spot. But in hindsight,
but I think you remember what I said. I think our parents had iron butts. They had iron butts for sure.
They had alcohol in the movie theaters, one or the other.
Did they?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know if they. Yeah, I don't know when now. That is a thing now. Yeah. I don't know if it was back then or not, but
I don't know.
Yeah, it was really cool going in there, and
it's a socializing event in this community. When you go to the movie theater, you pretty much know a pretty good percentage of the people there.
Everybody
And
did.
everybody knows Tiny. So, on your way out, they're all like, see you, Tiny. Thanks, Tiny. Great movie, Tiny.
Yeah, he gets
And then
all
there
the
was a
credit.
cat. There was a
there was a guard cat on the way in.
Yeah.
No, I saw it. Oh my, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that, and I didn't realize how old the theater was, and hopefully they never change that. It would be nice though if they upgraded the seats a little bit.
I think he's phasing it in.
Yeah, a little bit of time. I saw
yeah.
the sides. Yeah,
maybe if I went more often, I would contribute better to the replacement of the new seats. But
well, we went and saw. We went. It's okay to say. I think we went and saw Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I caught you up on
Deadpool.
Yes,
you did. I've always been a fan of the X-Men and all that, but
yeah,
I've never. Yeah, I kind of got behind.
Okay.
And we binged, watched, and caught up, and then we went and saw the newest.
Yeah.
So, and it was lively.
Yeah, it was.
That was probably the most X. Is that X-rated anymore?
No.
Oh, there was not extra. The language.
It's not X-rated.
No, it's not. I don't think it's even. It had to be R-rated.
Yeah, it's
that was the most bad language I've seen in public.
It is
in a movie.
It's become kind of commonplace, hasn't it?
Yeah, I was pretty surprised.
Yeah.
Not that I was offended, but it was just like, oh wow, they just said that. Right. And they said it again.
They said it again, so it wasn't a mistake as they went through the movie. If you're a fan of Marvel and you're a fan of all things Marvel in the Marvel universe, not to give anything away, but they brought Wolverine back to life. Yes.
Well, people I think kind of knew that because Wolverine was supposed to be in the movie. So
yeah.
So they kind of had to bring him back.
They
had some cameo parts of some others.
Of some of the others, yeah. It was pretty good. Yeah. It was pretty good. Ryan Reynolds did a fantastic job. If you're looking for some entertainment,
it's entertaining.
I will say, catch up on Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2,
before you go,
and Logan.
Yeah.
Because the three movies get kind of tied together in this movie. So if you enjoy that, I really enjoy Ryan Reynolds, and you walked out of there. It's what else has Ryan Reynolds been in? I kind of want to go and see those.
Watching.
Yeah. So
I had a great pizza dinner with family before, and
Oh my gosh, yeah. Just a shout out to the pizza place. If you're ever in Burns, Oregon, I can recommend. That was really good pizza. We had 3 of them. And what was the name of that pizza place? Do you remember it? Are you gonna have to look it up on your phone now?
I know it very well, but I'm just Glory Days.
Glory Days Pizza.
Glory Days Pizza.
And you have a few pizza places, but I have to say,
that's handmade. Yeah, they do a great job with it.
No, that was fantastic.
Pretty popular venue.
I didn't make any pizza for you, so
yeah. Well, it wasn't your pizza,
right?
But it was pretty good.
Exactly.
And then you took me to a movie. So
there you go.
You made up for it. And you got me popcorn at the movie. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It was all good.
It was good. It was good.
Went out on a Saturday night in Burns, Oregon.
Burns, Oregon. Yeah. The rest of the town was asleep.
Yeah.
I am telling you, the rest of the town was out.
Everybody awake was at the movie.
Yeah.
Or maybe at the Elks and the movie. But
yeah.
That was pretty much it. Drove through town. There was like nobody. Nothing open. Oh, wait. The brew pub was still open.
There were 3 people there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There were 3 people and they were trying to dance. And
oh, that's right. Alone.
Apparently those are the wild ones in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, everybody knows who they are.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am getting ready. I'm leaving tomorrow.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
I really don't want to talk about it. Actually, I'm excited because I haven't been to the East Coast other than flying into a few random airports on my way overseas. So I'm pretty darn excited about jumping in with you from time to time and in various locations to travel and see things on that side of the world. And I'm hoping I can do that a few times.
You got to see plenty of the Southwest.
Yeah, which I had never seen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're my tour guide, and you know.
Oh yeah, that's gonna work out well.
Well, it hasn't gone too bad yet.
Ryan Reynolds was also in the Green Lantern, was he? Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to look that up and see, because you know what? He really is enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
He's got a level of sarcasm that I can really.
And it goes into full effect in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Every bit of it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The pizza was better than Dave's?
No, it wasn't.
It was, yeah. You have had my pizza before.
And it wasn't.
And it's, you know, but I'll tell you what, that was good.
It was good. It was good.
That was good. Texas has a XXX drive-in theater in Kilgore. Can you believe that?
And why do you know that?
How do you know that? Why do you know that, Dawn?
He drove by it. I bet he drove by it.
He drove by it. Right.
He went triple X?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Bill says, I think R is now what the single X used to be. Almost,
I would almost agree with that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Definitely the language.
Yeah. Yeah. Drive by and look at the pictures and the sign. Okay. We'll buy that, Don. Yeah, we believe that. Oh my gosh. Well, we actually got out and went up to the Steens, and I have to tell you, if people don't know, let me just repeat it. You work for the state, and you work on the noxious weeds, the invasive weeds. Yeah. And so this was really a work trip for you. In fact, we got out and stopped a couple times along the way so you could get out and take some pictures. Did you see anything bad?
Yeah, I pulled one plant.
You pulled one and threw that one in the back of the truck. I wasn't sure if you needed to send a sample someplace.
No, it was just, it didn't need to be there. It was off the edge of the road. Apparently it got there somehow or another. Probably fell off somebody's vehicle, or maybe somebody got out right there, or their dog. But yeah, It didn't need to be there. I still haven't taken time to ID the other one. The other one was completely out of place, even if it wasn't invasive. I do believe it's not invasive, but it was really in a weird location. I mean, did you see any of that plant anywhere else? No. Yeah. So sometimes, noxious weeds are obnoxious weeds, but I specifically work in invasive species. So
yeah, but you get to drive around. Now you have a side-by-side with a tank set up on the back and a sprayer. You get to spray all the weeds
with a tank, and
that is the coolest job. You get to
I have a great job.
Yeah.
I have. And I get paid to go places with equipment that generally people would go camping and do the things that I do. And I get behind the lock gates.
And you get behind the lock gates. Absolutely.
And it's been a wonderful career. I mean, I've been in this career for 33 years. Through county, and now I'm kind of at the top of the food chain in the state, but I cover all southeastern Oregon. So yeah, we go out and check those areas all the time for what people might accidentally bring us. And that's exactly what we were doing, because when you get out of your vehicle, your subscribers have seen me venting about, the goat heads in the parking lots. And
I've never seen her so angry in Palm Springs at the 1,000 Trails there. Yeah. She was downright. Yeah. She was angry. She was ready to write some people, I think.
Well, because
that was bad. I will say,
if we're in invasives and we aren't careful about getting seeds, we take them to the next place we go. And the next place we go, and the place after that. And lots of times these are, especially when we're boondocking, those are remote areas, and they probably don't have that. So that's a lot of my job. For years, we've been getting things out of California and out of Central Oregon. People come over here and recreate and camp and just view the wildlife and the beautiful scenery. And when they get out, their dogs get out, stuff falls out of their car. And then I'm the one that rolls through and goes, bad, get that. So it's been a very rewarding career.
And it seems like there's really not a lot that you can do to stop it.
No.
I mean,
Education.
Even educating, though, most people aren't going
care.
to.
It's not
I
a
can tell you
priority.
at Palm Springs, around the tire, I had probably 30 or 40 goat heads stuck in each tire on the tread.
Yeah.
As I was driving out of every time that I drove out of there, whether I was just going into town or I was headed out and heading back to Courtside or someplace like that. So, and I don't know how you avoid that and how you stop that.
You just try it. That's why I got very angry at the facility, because it's their responsibility.
Yeah.
And they're lacking in their care of that responsibility.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be. But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Yeah. But great trip up to the Steens. I've never been up there.
It was a beautiful trip.
It was a beautiful trip. And this is, once again, we picked a place that there were no fires happening right now. So
we met fire trucks, but we didn't find any fires.
You picked the right space, the right place to take us.
Yeah.
So I think we'll go ahead and show that video here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. How about that one right there? I don't think I can get the motorhome in here. Oh, very cool. Seems like parking would be better than driving. I don't think we want to keep driving that way. Parking just seems like a much better option. I have never been up to the Steens before.
63 off of a snowbank.
60 what?
63 degrees off of that snowbank over there.
Oh yeah. We're up above the snow. Wow. I haven't seen views like this since the Grand Canyon. And there's the Alvord, the last time that I was out here.
We stayed at that ranch right there.
Okay, yeah. And we wasn't too far away that we were filming a video. Had a little mini.
Right down in there is where we shot the video.
Yeah. Much different view from up here.
A little different time of year too. When we were down there, you couldn't be up here. It was snowing up here still.
It was still, yeah, it was still cold up
May,
here.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can actually, if you take the time, you can spot bighorn sheep and deer down in this valley.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Yeah, and less smoky. The haze that we've got. Still dealing with a lot of fires. Wow. And just like at the Grand Canyon, you can see footsteps of people where they've walked down to actually as far as they could get to the edge.
You could sit here, there's water right there. You could sit here, I bet, and spot wildlife all day long.
Oh, I bet.
Matter of fact, it is right.
There you go. That was a beautiful trip up there, and look forward to putting that video together. We actually saw a sheep up there.
A goat.
A goat. It was. I keep calling it sheep because I think
there's bighorn sheep all over there. Yeah.
Right. Right. But this was actually a goat.
A mountain goat. Yeah.
And We had been there for 5-10 minutes, and then another crew of
Mhm.
people came in and parked their side by sides.
They were actually sheep hunting. They had got a sheep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if you know from. Are you a hunter at all?
I haven't for years. I used to.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bighorn sheep is that is a once in a lifetime tag. You get one shot.
Mm.
That's it. You get one tag, one shot per lifetime here in Oregon. And so that's kind of a big deal. They said that they actually got one. I can believe it up there. And when we were up there, what's the difference? Now we saw a goat, a mountain goat.
A mountain goat, yeah, entirely different species than a bighorn sheep.
Okay, we didn't see any of those.
No, those guys didn't say they'd seen any right in there either. They had filled their tag.
Right.
But there are bighorn sheep up there, and that was the first I had heard of a mountain goat. That's kind of new.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, smells like ODF and W.
Right.
Creating a new tag,
like,
but
like maybe they put this out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody else would have hauled one up there and kicked it out. But
I will say they introduced species back into they introduced turkeys a number, I believe it was in the 80s, and we got more turkeys running around here now than we know what to do with. We see them all the time now. So
those mountain goats like to change country. I mean, they are some movers, but I can't imagine where that goat came from. So but it was neat. I've never seen a mountain goat, to be honest with you.
No, I think that's my first too. Now Valley of Fire down in Nevada, you see the they got the things running around everywhere.
Yeah. Now you come back into this country in another 3 weeks to a month, and the bighorns are in rut. And down in the Catlow Valley, they'll drop clear down off the rims, and they'll be fighting next to the road, and it is pretty phenomenal to see.
No, that's cool. There was some talk though that, and we were watching a video of somebody talking about it. Some of their mule deer population is dropping off out there, and
it's actually extremely down in this part of the country, period. But there's a lot of attention spotlight being put on the reduction in the mule deer population, especially in that Steens Mountain area. And the predators have been ridiculously bad, and now we just keep adding more and more predators. So I don't imagine that's going to be a positive thing, but they can't really impact that because that country, they're not allowed to do a whole lot of predator deprivation hunts. But they're talking about why and reducing tag sales and numbers of bucks per doe and why that might be diminishing. But you mentioned it. We were 3/4 through that trip, and you go, I really haven't seen any deer. No. And I have actually went through lock gates and went into the wilderness areas. I have a pass to do that,
right? With your
to
job.
Deal with invasives that have been taken out into those areas. And I won't see tracks or sign or anything of any deer whatsoever that entire trip. And it's really alarming because it just looks like heaven. There's brush and quakies and water and everything.
Plenty of grass and But
a large portion of that mountain is cattle grazing free now. We went through that sheep allotment. There's still one band of sheep that goes in up there on private lands. And there are still some cattle allotments, but the wilderness study area is cattle free, just like Hart Mountain is. And so there's a lot of discussion on, how that has changed the migration and movement of wildlife. But you can't get past the fact that we made that entire trip up there and down from French Glen, the Malheur Refuge, to the top of Steens Mountain, to back down to the bottom. And we saw 2 does with fawns the entire trip. 1 coyote, the goat. It just, you would think you would see deer everywhere. And it was cooling off in the evening. So things are going to start crawling out of bed and coming out. And it's a concern.
It is a little bit of a concern, considering that it used to be
Oh yeah,
There used to be all kinds
phenomenal.
yeah.
You know, and that country doesn't have the wolf depredation problem that a lot of places are seeing.
Mhm.
You know, those numbers have been incredibly depleted in Idaho and such from the wolf populations. But
Yeah.
we don't. The wolves are not really known to be up there. The lions, the bobcats, you know, the coyotes, all of that, absolutely in droves. But I'm not really sure. It's disturbing, and it's actually quite widespread in southeastern, not just there.
Yeah.
So
How does this affect the ranchers? Because you do the rodeo thing. You have a rodeo company. You also provide and run rough stock, providing. If you've ever wondered where the horses come from that these riders are riding, they're all around here. They're right.
feeding them
over
every
here.
day.
How does that? Because you have, I don't want to say exactly how many, you have a number of horses that you have to keep in different places and different pastures from here to Idaho. And obviously that has to be a concern.
The wildlife or the depredations?
The wolves and
it's terrible. It is. We have wolves right above us here, and they argued with us for a long time that they weren't actually there. But one of my partners, Glenn Shelley, who also raises and provides bucking horses for rodeo events, he has video cameras on the springs and in his pastures, and they have them on game cams trotting through the horse pens. And what we get in trouble with at this point is they generally spook things. And you end up with cattle and horses and everything running through fences and going all over the place because they are, you know, excitement killers too. It's not just for food. They're actually more dangerous for that than anything.
Yeah.
But I've turned away some pastures in Idaho because the wolf sign was so extreme in those areas that you knew darn well that you're gonna have a problem with wolves in the stock and bigger problems as they get into the big game, and then they push the big game through all of your fields and tear out all your fences, and then all of your cows and horses are running down the state highway. You know, cool little things, and I've had that happen.
Yeah,
you know?
you've gotten the calls, haven't you?
Yeah, I have never that I know of lost anything to anything but lions. I've lost foals to mountain lions.
Okay.
The base of Heart Mountain, one of my pastures there, and that's the only depredation. My cattle, I tend to run them fairly close. I'm not up in the high country with those, and so I can't really say I've ever had a problem with that. But it's a concern for all of us. The numbers are increasing. You know, we had dinner with Tom and his son. They both work ranches opposite sides of the community here. They're both dealing with wolves constantly. Wolves that are in their cattle. Giant packs of coyotes, you know, taking out calves all the time. There's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
So and people just think it's awesome that we're kicking out, you know, wolves and grizzlies, and isn't it special? And it's like, well, let's put them in your yard.
Yeah.
Let's see how your animals and your life does with them, because you just put them in my yard.
Because that's recently new. They started reintroducing wolves to, you know, the high country here.
And we argued with them for a long time because they don't exist. It's like, yeah, they do exist. Boys, don't lie to us. We're the ones out there, you know. And there's a lot of deprivation in a lot of areas right now in the cattle industry from wolves. And the thing is the cattle are the easy. They're already just wiping out droves of elk and deer. It would really bother you if you knew the actual numbers, and they don't like those numbers to get out. They don't talk about them, but it's a reality.
Yeah.
And they just continue to drop all that. You know, my mom, you know, when they first started talking about wolves, she grew up when there still were wolves, and she was shocked. Why would anyone bring that creature back? You know, to existing abundantly within, you know, the population today. The theory of bringing those animals back when this country is nothing like it was. I mean, we're talking people no longer pack into some of the high country because it's too dangerous. Right. You know, you can't go boondock in some areas because it's too dangerous.
I heard recently a new, and you're absolutely right. I heard a new term. This must be, you know, related to this a new term called rewilding.
Mm.
And that is kind of their goal, is to rewild these areas. The difference is that we're here.
Yeah,
This is a problem.
It's a utopia that doesn't exist. This vast country is that it's vast, but it's also populated, and it's also utilized for ranching and recreation and all things like that. Hunting. The big game people are just scared to death, because it's the deprivation on the big game is just horrendous. But I don't want to go down this road. I'm pretty passionate about it because we have to deal with it.
Right.
And it's but it is interesting.
Yeah. Well, how is the rodeo business? So as working for the state, you have a ranch that's a full-time job. Providing rough stock is a full-time job, and let's just add on to it that you do rodeos just about every weekend, if not every other weekend,
all summer long. Yes.
All summer long.
Yes.
And I don't know if you skipped any rodeos for me, but thank you.
I did.
Did you? Yeah.
Yes, we had a rodeo this weekend in Glens Ferry, Idaho. So,
okay.
Yeah, and I abstained, but it was okay. I had a full crew. That's what a lot of people don't realize is, yes, I am one of the owners of one of the busiest rodeo companies in this part of the country, but I have a whole team of people, and so I'm able to say, hey guys, go handle that rodeo this weekend. And I will catch up with you next weekend at a lot bigger one that I really do absolutely need to be at. So the rodeo business is busy. We're the point in our business where we're turning down shows, but we are also developing we have two sides to the company. We have a youth rodeo side, and then we have our big, amateur professional rodeo side. And so we're very busy, and lots of times running 2 rodeos a weekend in different places. And it doesn't seem like that is getting any less. It's getting more expensive to do, which is frightening.
Yeah. I think everything is getting more expensive right now.
Yeah. Keeping the trucks running, and it's just very challenging, but we're passionate. We love it. And I don't know, one of these days I'll decide that I can invest my money in something that actually makes me money.
Talk to Elon. He might have some suggestions for you. No, thank you for letting me take you away for at least a weekend. And
it's good for me as well. That I don't stop for me very often. And we talked about it. This was a window that was very doable. The fires, as your listeners know, the fires have a lot of things shut down in my part of the world. And so we're not running around anywhere to speak of, unless it's a major road. And so it was pretty easy for me to just chill and take care of business at home. And I've been on the laptop every day, so I'm still working. But I'm able to stay here now. When you leave, I'm on the road. I've got a straight run, both during the week for my job and every single weekend until the middle of October for rodeos. So
let's see, Beach Travis. We saw a wolf. Let's throw that up there. We saw a wolf on the backside of Abert Rim.
Yeah.
2022.
The backside. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And know exactly.
I don't know if you guys know about Heart Mountain. Oh, you talked about it.
We talked about it last week.
Yeah. Heart Mountain doesn't look quite the same. So.
I'm really sad about that because I wanted to go up there and spend about 2 weeks and just camp there.
By the time you get back, I think it'll be muy bueno.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Fire is a natural process. It's a little bit carried away up there because of their vegetation management.
Yeah. Lacking
in doing so. But anyway, fire is a natural process, and that refuge, I'm going to try to be optimistic and say that the historical areas and the really amazing camping areas, they were able to protect it to some degree.
Yeah.
Until I get up there. And I was actually thinking about taking a run up there in a couple weeks and taking a look, but
Can't
we're
go up there
supposed to-
right now. It's still on fire.
Oh, it's just a fire.
It's just
I'm not worried about fire. I've fought plenty of fire. And I'm official, so I could go.
Yeah. I never saw a wolf in Yellowstone 2 years ago. They're there.
Oh boy.
Oh, they're there. They're there. And the
I
ones
bet they saw you.
yeah, I'm sure they saw you. Warner Peak fire is bad. That's what we're talking about.
Oh,
Yep.
you're going to Plush?
They're
No
going to
kidding.
Plush. Yep.
Hey, we need to talk. Yeah, we're actually moving that way. We're setting up crews probably for 2-3 weeks. What are we in? August. So yeah, September we'll be down in the Warner wetlands outside of Plush, working down there. So,
and I know also Bob and Pearl
Valley Falls. How cool.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, they have a cabin in Valley
Yeah.
Falls. There you go.
That is a very neat area.
I think Bob and Pearl are actually headed out this way at some point.
Oh, no kidding.
And you know what? You can explain where this stuff is a little bit. If it would be okay, I'll put you in contact.
Love
with
to.
them.
Yeah.
Chances are if you're not doing anything, you'll probably.
Yeah, I'd love to hook up with people.
Lead them up there. So I'll tell you what, you have shown me some beautiful places around the
Southeastern Oregon
Yeah.
is unique. It truly is. And there's some breathtaking vistas and still the ability to get away from people to some degree.
Yeah.
But you have to want to go. And there's, just like we talked about, you're not going to run a large RV up Steens Mountain.
Do it. I'd do it.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
I would do it. Have you seen some of the places I go?
Some, but I went with you to Alvord, and I'm still hearing. I'm still hearing about it. You know,
it was a much
and
better
it was
view.
it was a main road.
it was like 150 miles of gravel road.
Whatever, it was 12.
It was like 150 miles of gravel road.
Well, I sure would not recommend it. And yeah, Bee Trapper, you know this. I would not recommend taking the grade road or going across the French Glen Road to Hart Mountain this time of year with an RV. It's just going to beat you to death.
Alvord was cool. We got to see it from up, and that view was beautiful up there. We got to see a different view of it. That's the last time we were there. I think we said we made a video, but not like this video. They were making it was a music video, country western music video. Yeah, my rodeo company was involved with a country music artist. Yeah, and so your job was to go out there and provide bulls and horses
and the crew to do it. Yeah,
and the crew to do it. They were there filming through the whole thing.
And that was in May. That was Memorial Day. So we were looking up where we were standing yesterday, and it was snowing. So a little different scenario. But that was 10,000 feet to the Alvord Desert, whatever the elevation is down there.
It was very cool, though. And I guess they do all kinds of things out at that desert.
Oh, gosh.
They do speed racing, I guess, land speed records. In fact, there was a gal killed up there.
One of the well-known.
About 10 years, maybe more ago.
It wasn't that long ago. I think it was more than like 5.
Was it?
Long. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a pretty bad accident. But yeah, they do all kinds of amazing things out there. But in May, you want to watch the water and the storms and the playas because
we were just talking about Burning Man.
Oh yeah,
from last year. Burning Man is a very similar playa that they're out on as that Alvord, and they got wet.
Well, I don't know if you ever showed any of us leaving from. Just as we were finishing that video on the Alvord Desert, it started just opening up and pouring. Just pouring. And it poured and stormed all night long. We were at a hoedown at the ranch, but inside. But those people that were camped for Memorial Day all along the playa on the Alvord Desert, there was people, their vehicles were in standing water.
It's called a dry lake until it's not. And I'll tell you what, that was yeah, we had to be a little creative on getting out of there because that
We didn't
water,
mess around.
yeah, yeah, it was there was that sinking feeling a couple times driving out of there and
Should have
trying
been
to
in a rig with a trailer behind it.
yeah, yeah,
They did not slow down. They flat went ripping off of there, so they didn't get stuck.
yeah.
But anyway,
No, that
it was
a lot
nice
of,
on the
lot of
Steens in
fun.
August, though.
Yeah, that was 150 miles of gravel road to get in
Oh,
there.
whatever.
That was,
It's only
that
60
was
miles
bad.
clear across.
yeah.
You're weak-hearted.
So I will climb mountains in Colorado and Utah, but put me on a dry leg. You have to drive out there on a gravel. No, I since then I have a 5-mile rule. One a new Dave
Hence
rule.
my statement: you're never gonna drive this up the Steens.
Yeah,
Not gonna
probably
happen.
not. It was
Not
a
gonna
lot of
happen.
there was a lot of gravel road.
Single lane bridges
Oof.
and gates and anyway.
Oh my gosh. Howard, they're talking about going to Alaska. I've never been up to Alaska. They invited me to go. I'm chicken. I don't drive that far. About 70 miles a day.
I was shocked you made it out here in one day.
I know. I actually drove all the way through. I broke my own rules.
140 miles.
It was not. It was only 15. Okay, maybe it was 120 tops. 120 miles tops.
It's your story.
Yeah. But yeah, to try to get up to Alaska, I'd love to go.
I'd love to go to Alaska.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
But I don't, unless it's driving onto a ferry and then ferrying the coach up. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be on the highway.
No.
Well,
we'll see. Those guys are going to go.
Yeah.
And I'll get to hear about it. We'll get to see about it. And
it'll be a good video.
Yeah, that will be good. That will be good. Oh, so my plans to get out of here. I'm headed up to Spokane. Is it on fire on the way up there?
Yes, right now.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because it was 84 going towards Arlington, that country bombing range. That was on fire yesterday. And I don't think it's on fire. There is some fires up Wenatchee and up in that country. But
I'm planning on it's going to it's 400 and some miles. I'm planning on 6 days to drive up there. Oh my
word!
It'll take me 6 days.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
I have my rules now.
I know. I knew you like a year and didn't know that you could drive at night.
I don't.
Yeah, I can drive. I just don't want
to. Then Don says, Dave, 70 miles a day to Key West. You should have had to leave last March.
We've had this conversation, Don. Yeah.
Yeah. I will make it though. Now, maybe driving across country, maybe I'll bend my rules a little bit.
Oh, he's going to whine. We're all going to hear it. I drove 120 miles today. I'm so tired.
See, but I can do it. And I do have like 3,000 miles to get to Florida.
Me and Jen are going to go. Right. Oh, we're going to go on a cruise ship. Meet them up there.
Well, see, that's what I was talking about, going up to Alaska. Just load the coach up on there and take it on up to Alaska, drive around, and then drive down.
Drive down?
70, well, maybe drive back to the ferry and get back on the ferry and come down that way.
You have to cross the ice? You may be up there for like 3 years.
I don't do that ice road trucking thing. No. Have you ever watched that?
I have. My truck has gone to Alaska a lot. The one I own now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. No. It might even have been one of those movies.
That whole ice road trucker thing. I am not doing that in a coach.
I don't know. What's it pay?
It's probably not enough. Not enough. Does 70 miles a day, but left in March. There you go.
So you just better wait.
Wait. No, that would mean that I'd break my nose snowflake because it
12.50
snows
a
here.
day. Yeah.
What, 12.50 a day? No. That is just,
That's a long trip.
that's evil. That's evil. No.
I think I've done some 7s and 8s. I'm not sure I've done a 12.
I think my longest was from Bend, Oregon to my longest straight through driving job was to Calgary, Canada, delivering a coach up there. And I think that was about 900 miles. And I drove straight on up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore.
No, I don't think you should either. The only reason I did it is because I was getting paid incredibly well to do it. And I'm a little crazy.
I am not getting paid to do it.
No, I hear you.
There's just, Yeah, Bill. Don asked the right question right there.
But why?
Oh, wait. No, there we go. Bill, why? You're retired, right?
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You know what? I don't have to be anywhere in particular, and I don't have to be there at any particular time.
That's not true.
Well, sort of.
You're
it's a general.
You're going to have to get far enough that way that you're not getting snowed on. So.
Well, my goal is to travel across Washington, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, maybe even touch a little bit of what's next to North Dakota, Minnesota, maybe a little bit.
Gonna stop in and see.
I don't know.
The VP.
No.
Candidate.
No.
Oops, sorry, we're talking politics.
Let's not break a good thing though.
I don't know. We've talked wolves. We've talked
right. But then I head down. My goal is to potentially be at Mount Rushmore at least by October 1st, and I've got a little bit of driving to do, and then on down to Kansas City, and I think Tennessee is my next 1,000 trails.
You're gonna have to find an airport in that Tennessee area where somebody.
I'm looking forward to Tennessee. I'm looking forward to getting back there and seeing it again. I'm looking forward to getting back to Kansas City for the barbecue, because I'm sorry, it just doesn't get any better than that. And then Tennessee, I've never spent any time, and I've driven through it before. But looking forward to seeing Nashville. I don't know that I'll make it to Memphis, but Nashville for sure, and then possibly Alabama. Spend a week or two in Bama. In Bama. I'm not. What does Alabama have? I'm not sure what Alabama has.
Juleps, mint juleps.
The other place I haven't spent much time in is Arkansas.
Well, you gotta be a little careful in Arkansas.
Why?
Banjos.
And that's okay. I'm all right with that. Oh gosh.
Montana.
We're gonna hear about the driving for 2 years. Yes, you're gonna hear me. Yeah. I won't start complaining till I get up to New York. If you're from New York, I'm sorry, might want to close your ears. Y'all have the worst roads in the United States. They're awful. It took me years to fix the stuff from the potholes in
Crater Diamonds and where?
Arkansas. Oh, Arkansas. Yeah, and they've got hot springs. Arkansas. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Cool. Yeah, and it's a thing there, I've heard.
Cool.
So,
okay.
There you go. I have to park my car someplace. Why not 70 miles down the road, not 700 miles down the road? That's what I'm saying, Don. That's what I'm saying. Not 700 miles down the road. No, I got hard to find a place. I don't travel at night. See, Bill, do we have to go over? If it's dark, you need to be stopped. Wherever you don't pull in any place at dark. If you're running, you not believing me.
No, I
It is
actually know you don't do
no,
that. Yeah,
I
no.
do not. No, it is no.
Like I said, it was like a year of knowing you before I realized that you would actually drive at night.
Right.
You could drive at night, you just didn't want to drive.
Bee Trapper is going to be in Montana the first couple weeks in September. Well, you have to connect with me. I'm probably also going to be in Montana during September, or at least most of it, some of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not Just Trace. That is my first stop in Tennessee. That is my next, at least what I have scheduled for Thousand Trails.
Nice.
Yeah. You can skip Arkansas. No, we can't. I can't skip Arkansas. No. I thought Illinois was the worst roads we have ever been on our travel. You know, it may have been, I may have had PTSD enough by the time that I got to Illinois that I didn't even notice the road. But I'm telling you, I was fixing stuff in the coach for years after. You know what they fill the potholes with on the highways in New York? Water. That's what they fill them with. Guy in a water truck just goes around and he fills each one of the pot. It's awful. I'm telling you. You may be right though, Ms. Pearl, because by the time that I got to Illinois, it might not have been good. So, yeah, see, Don's got it right there. You travel between 10 a.m. to 1 or 2. Yeah, I'm generally 11 to about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Unless I stop someplace, maybe do shopping or see the biggest ball of string or twine, which I heard that you have one here in Burns.
I got one right over there.
Well, I'm talking about an official one.
Official ball of twine.
It's like 246 pounds. I don't know if it's technically the biggest one, but I heard that there is.
I can honestly admit to you, and I feel pretty comfortable telling everyone else that has never been a priority for me to search out in the area I live in.
You live here though.
A giant ball of twine.
Giant ball of twine.
There's some cool stuff around here, but that's not on my radar.
Right. There you go. Dave, lease drive your rig through Yellowstone. I thought about it, Don, but I miss North Dakota. I thought about it, and actually Highway 20 right out here goes right on through Yellowstone. So yeah, but no, my next stop is Spokane, Washington, because interestingly enough, I've been to Washington a million times. I've never actually been there since I've been traveling, been on the road. So
okay,
I need to at least check off that state. So
we could have took a little trip.
For you it'd be a little trip. For me, it's going to take me 3-4 days just to get to the Washington border.
Yes.
Illinois has been working the same section of road for six years and still not done. I can believe it. Don, do not watch the movie if you're travel the length of a short movie. Just don't watch the movie, Don. I think they have rules against that. We saw a beautiful, don't watch Deadpool. Don, do not watch Deadpool while you're driving. No, that was... see, Arkansas is beautiful.
Yes, yeah. I have no doubt Arkansas has beautiful areas to it.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree with the whole Spokane.
Spokane is
like, why?
It's my last 1,000 trails for like 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles. So because once you start going across, they don't have in the interior of the country. They don't have 1,000 trails. So yeah, take Highway 12 along Clearwater River. I don't know where that is.
Highway 12 in Clearwater.
Well, where's Highway 12?
Oh, it runs over on the other side of Walla Walla, Washington. So when I was talking about Wallula Junction,
Okay.
instead of going across the Columbia at Umatilla, you can take a right, or you could even run up from Pendleton through Walla Walla and get on 12 there. But I think that would shoot him over towards Lewiston. But anyway, you don't want to go to Lewiston. I promise you.
I didn't want to Yakima. I've been up there before too, but I like saying the name Yakima. Yakima.
Yakima Indians. I know some Yakima Indians.
Okay. All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Oh wow!
It is already there. Don is just gonna CYA. No, Don, we believe you. He says I don't watch movies while I'm okay. We believe you, Don.
Yep.
How would he know though that it's the length of a short? He likes to drive for the length of a short movie. We believe you, Don.
Yep. It's your story.
All right. No, I am not doing Interstate 80. No. I've seen Interstate 80 so many times, I never want to see it again. I've actually gone out of my way to avoid Interstate 80 just because I've been on it so many times.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And that is like I-5 going up north and south. Interstate 80 is east-west. And you've seen it before, although you get to go on through Turkey, and that's beautiful country.
That's 80, yeah.
That's 80.
Yeah.
All right, 90 minutes. And no, we're not doing it, Don. We're not. Don, 90 minutes, Dave. 90 minutes like for the show or 90 minutes driving?
Movie. 90-minute movie.
90-minute movie. There you go. We're going to give Bill, it goes up to Lolo Pass. See, you guys are awesome.
80 does?
Yeah, Lolo? I don't know where Lolo Pass is.
Oh, I know Lolo.
Do you? Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to wrap it up right here. We're going to give the last word of the night to Bill, and thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I've been lot docking and testing out the electricity. I actually washed and dried my clothes today, and although we had to bake potatoes last night, and
let's not talk about the potatoes.
The potatoes, they turned out okay.
They're actually really good,
yeah.
But yeah.
No. All right, well, it's going to wrap this up. We're going to see you guys on down the road. And the next time that I see them, I'm going to be up in Spokane where you guys are telling me not to go.
Lock your doors.
Great.
You'll be fine.
All right. No, Dave, that's how long I drive. Don, we understand. We believe you, Don. All right. Oh, real quick.
Uh-oh.
Here it is, right? I'm just going to throw it out for the fantasy football. We're going to talk. We were going to talk you into doing the fantasy football. And let's spend just a minute. Would love to have you do the fantasy football this year. You've watched from the sidelines, so to speak.
Well,
for
just
a while.
You and Jen just need to snap the whip and keep me lined out on
Jen is really good.
Get it done by this date. Here is what you have to go do. Get it done by this date, and then remind me about 3 times.
Okay.
And I'll get it done like an hour.
Perfect.
Before
I think
the
that
deadline
works.
hits.
I think that works.
Yeah.
Would love to have you we still have an opening for fantasy football this year. So if you want to join in, there's my email down below. Shoot me an email, contact me. Let me have your contact information. I think you're going to enjoy it. I don't think it takes that much work. Ask Gary. He's not willing to put in that much work to it. And now he's bad. You got to watch Gary. Yeah.
Hey, Gary wins.
Gary does win. There you go. All right, guys. That's going to wrap this one up. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next week from Spokane, Washington. I said Spokane.
Sounded like Spokane.
Yeah. Live life full time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. There we go.